Hey there, folks. Foggy here. Welcome to day 227 of my year of solo board gaming, considered by many to be ill-advised and stupid. We are now playing the last of the maps in Dungeons, Dice, and Danger, a pen and write game from Richard Garfield. I do recommend this. This seems like a lot of fun. It's a little bit longer than I would have thought. I'm not going to go into the rules explanation too much, just that with this particular map, there are some claw marks that have white numbers in them, running from 4 through 10. When you hit one of those claw marks, you cross off that number in a dinosaur's room that has that as a white number. So, for example, if you do the 4, you're going to get the Mighty Meg. You can cross that off. When you hit the 7, you'll hit Tri-Tip Tony, 8 for Hank the Tank, and then all the rest of the numbers for King Rex. Now, you cannot use those numbers to attack the dinosaur until you've shaded them off, but unlike the other games where they're entrances into the room, they are the claw marks. So it's sort of like you're tracking them, and now that you've got their track, you're going to be able to help defeat them a little bit easier. In addition, some monsters, dinosaurs, have little armor tokens. I think that's true of these two, and this one over here. I think it's the yellow shaded ones, essentially. Because they have armored marks, you damage them twice or you damage them not at all. So you either have to use both pairs to damage them, or you can use no pairs to damage them. So that's something that's going to be kept in mind. King Ben is not so armored, but will do 2 damage once you defeat them. And that's pretty much it. I think that's the only thing you really need to know. If you do defeat all 3 armored monsters, you do get an extra 3 gems. And if you hit all 6, or if you hit 6 of the 7 claw marks, you'll get an extra 3 gems as well. Let's get rolling. All right off, we've already rolled off the board. So we got either 6 and 6 or 4 and 8. Neither of which I really think are going to help us get any damage right away. So I think I'm going to immediately go with something useful here, and that is hit this 4 and 8. So now this 4's marked in, and we lose a life. So we did not attack anybody. It is going to be difficult to get to somebody to attack. I think the only way you can do it is to get over here to Velorici really quick. All right, so a bunch of 2s. That's helpful. So we've either got 4 and 7, or if we want to get the 6 into it, the 6 will help us give it an 8 or an 11. 4 and 7. So I got 7 down here and 4 over here, neither of which really feel that helpful. And I don't think we can really go out any further from here. So I think I'm just simply going to go ahead and cross off the starting marks for those. Cross off another number there. This feels like this is going to be a challenge. All right, we got 5 and 12. Or 8 and 9. 5 allows me to get into here. 12 allows me to start opening up this way. 5 at least allows me to attack on the next turn, so I think that that's probably the best way to go. And then this 12 up here, so we can start to work down this path. And again, we don't damage any monsters, so we're going to take some hits. Now the problem is that this monster is going to be really difficult to tackle. All right, so we got 4 and 6, although I could use a black dice at this point and start to do damage here, and I think I'm going to do that. I feel like it's going to be tricky enough to do this game. Also, I really do need to get over to this side. I haven't even, I know I need to hit this side of the board. This is where I got all my, monsters I can hit without worrying about anything. All right, 12 and 5, or 8 and 9. Uh, 5 and 12 is attractive because I can start to move into there. I could also do the 5 here. That gives me access to that monster. Tough call. I could use another one of my black dice. Again, it's way too early for that. And then cross off this. I could do 9 and then 2 6s to get up this way. But I think I'm going to take this 5, and I'm just going to go for this 12 over here, which is, again, just really feels like a stupid thing to do. Cross that off. All right, we've got 10 and 8, or 11 and 7. So 11 would allow me to finally start accessing into here, but then I don't have really a good place for the 7. I don't see any reason to bring in the 6, the bonus 6. It could be, if I did 8 and 10, I'd get up here. Could do 10 and 8 down here. That would give me an option for this. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. It just does not feel right. Because again, I lose a life for that. I don't think I'm going to do that well on this round. I am having a hard time grokking it in my head. All right, so this actually is helpful. This is very helpful. I get that doubles, and then this gets attacked, so I don't have to worry about losing a life. And I'm finally starting to get into the this side of the map. All right, so 4 and 4. And I think I'm taking that as that, because that is my first monster. So I'm going to get 2 gems for that, plus I defeated one of the armored monsters, and now I can get up into this area. Which I can kind of do already, but I think that's still helpful. Come on back. All right, so we got 7 and 10. Which is probably the way I'm going to go, because I can get that 10 there. Could also go 9 and then doubles, because that does help me get a little bit further up. I think I'm going to do it because I find that when you have the opportunities to open the map, even if you result in some damage, you're better off. All right, 6 and 6 or 8 and 4. We're going to go 4 and 8. Because that allows me to finally start accessing these little monsters. Velo Sam, Velo Cam, and Velo Rich. We got some numbers here. We got 3 and 9, 7 and 5, or 6 and 6. Can't do anything there. Can't go up this way. I could do the 3 here, and can I do a 9 somewhere else? I could do 3 here. Let's do 9 here and take the damage. I'm a little worried because we are starting to run really low on damage. And I probably should have done the 3 here to get the treasure chest. But I kind of wanted to open up the board first a little bit. Famous last words. At least we can get an 8 out of this. We can do doubles and we can do 8. So that's helpful. Yeesh. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I cannot do anything with this. Like, I'm actually worried about how am I going to use all of my numbers here. I don't think I can. This is going to suck. This is going to suck. I am at a loss. So I'll pick up the 2 gem. And then I'll take 2 more damages. This is gonna be a really low score. I'm already down to my last life. I should have taken that that thing while I could have. 10 and 7. So I can at least hit this. Can I do anything with that 7? That's helpful. Yeah, I'm going to go 10 here, and then this, so I can start hitting this 8. I think this is... Can I do anything that would allow me to hit both, like get... Can I hit a monster anywhere? I don't think I can hit a monster anywhere, so I'm going to take 1 more life damage. Because all I can really hit are 8s. Okay, so I'm going to have to go for this 3 over here to get an extra life, and that gives me an extra gem. So that's this. And then the 7, I'll go ahead and unlock that, so at least I don't lose a life there. Doing so badly here. I feel like I had a nightmare about this game at some point. Like, this is all feeling very familiar to me. We're going to go 7 here, and we're going to use another black dice, hit the 11 here. That takes out our first of the pterodactyls for 2 points. Now at least we can try for that center for Hank the Tank. That is going to be 8 and 9. And the problem is you can only hit these monsters in pairs. You can't hit it in singles. So if I can't hit that one right now, I'm going to hit one of these guys. And I'll go ahead and hit him. So I get another 2 points here. Can I hit a 9 anywhere? I can. I'll hit that 9 there. One, 2, 2, and 5 with an extra 1. So I think this might be it. Because I can get the 4. Oh no, because I still got 1 more life left. I may as well pick up that treasure down there. Is there a place where I can use the 7? I don't think that there is. Really did badly in this game. I'm not sure what happened, like how I did so badly. I could go 2, 4. I mean, that would cost a life, but at least it would get me some progress here. I'd pick up a gem. Eight is apparently a very hard number to come by. I think that's what I'm finding. Yeah, I think I'm kind of screwed here. So I got 7 and 9. Those are 2 of my options. Neither of which allow me to hit any creatures. I have 11 and 5. Or 10 and 6. 10 and 6 actually allows me to hit a creature. So it's going to be 10 and 6. And I'll hit you. Can I use the 6 anywhere? I can. There we go. That's good. All right, we got an 8, 8. We got 8 and 5. 5 there doesn't really actually make any difference. We'll hit the 5 here so we can start to hit the big boss. And we actually now can hit the big boss, which is great. And we'll also do an 8 here so we can start to get one of these other monsters taken out. Still just 2 lives left. Still need to get some more. Get over here. All right, we got 1, 1, 3, and 6, which means we have 2 and 9. which unfortunately doesn't allow me to damage anybody. We've got 7 and 4, which unfortunately still does not allow me to damage anybody. Oof. This one is a hard map, man. Where can I use 9? So I can use 9 up there and then 4 there, which would allow me a little bit more access. Play the game for like one more turn, but it would still lose me a life. I don't think there's a way to incorporate the black die into this. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 9 and 4. And that loses another life. So down to my last life. And I can really only hit on a couple different possibilities. All right, we got 7 and 7. We got 5, which I can actually hit somebody with. And then a 9. Plus I have the extra 5. I can use that to give me a 10 instead. I'm going to go ahead and use the black dice here. We're going to go ahead and knock out this 5 up here, and we're going to fill in the 10. So now we can hit with a 10 as well. Right. And of course, now that I don't have the black dice to use, I can't use the... it would be great because then I could get 4 and 5 and I could actually attack this monster here. I can go 3. Basically, I think this is my last turn. I don't think I can get any more turns out of this. I really did piss poor here. I think the only thing I can do is pick up that treasure right there. Yeah, let's do it. Let's pick up the treasure and mark this one done. All right, so we did horribly. We got 2 points for that. We got 10, that's 3 times 9, 27, so 29. We got 29 points. Last game, by the way, I got 109 points. Like, that's the difference. 109 down to 29. That's a big swing there. And according to this is not paint by numbers, and don't worry, the monsters aren't real. Thank you, score sheet. And that is Dungeons, Dice, and Danger. And this is pretty much... This is a game that costs about $25 on Amazon, and I think that makes perfect sense. This is a game that I feel like works perfectly for a $25 game. There are 50 sheets, 50 of each sheet in the box. However, I do recommend, you can just take one of these, laminate it, you can blow it up if you want, and then you just have that to use over and over again. I don't think that you need to go through. I do like pads. I prefer pencil and paper to dry erase markers, but if you want some longevity out of this, then that's how you do it. The box itself is a little bit big for a game like this. I was actually surprised how big it was, because really what you're doing is you're putting the dice in there. You're actually putting the dice in a little bag like this, which I can get open. I have normal size hands. I have big meat Muppet hands. And then it includes some golf pencils. And then you throw the pads in. And this is the thing that kind of surprised me. So it includes an English rule book, a Spanish, French, German, and Italian guidebook. Like 5 different languages. I was actually really surprised to see that many different languages, because I feel like, it would be cheaper if you just said, hey, or pick the nationality that you want for the rule book, because that had to have been difficult to get that many different translations all into one box. But it's great to see that they have those translations in there, and thank you for joining me. And that was That was Richard Garfield's Dungeons, Dice, and Danger. And thank you for joining me. See you tomorrow.